Well, Kufar Akbar, everybody, welcome. Welcome to another edition of the Crossing Discussion Group. This is a live stream show dedicated to rightly dividing the truth between Christianity and Islam. We are here. We're supposed to be here every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or not Eastern.
But no.
Central.
Someone had to go back to work.
Yeah, what a loser. I'm sorry. Central Standard Time. We're normally here for about an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, sometimes a little bit longer, but not much past that because this old man doesn't have the stamina for it. And we generally talk about all topics between Christianity or Christian apologetics and polemics against Islam. We mainly focus on Islam here, and this is true. But there are some weeks where we get in here and we just answer some of the standard mind-numbing objections, if you can even call them that, provided by Muslims against Christianity. So this week, we weren't here last week. I can't remember what was going on. Oh, my grandson had a football game last week, so we didn't have a show. I'm sorry, my grandson's more important than my silly show here. So I had to go to his football game. I'm sorry, I've been sick since Saturday. Rad, where are you? We talked yesterday. How did I sound yesterday?
You sounded much better now. You sound like death warmed over.
Yesterday,
sounded like a couple days ago, yeah.
I've been sick. I didn't even go to work yesterday. I've been sick since Saturday afternoon. You go back to school, get the crud from the little petri dishes we call students, and they make you sick. And then you just got to tough it up.
This is what I'm telling you. The U.S. military just needs to bottle up what has ever been, the elementary schools and the junior high schools, and just send that off, Actually, just parachute a couple of little kids behind enemy lines where they're at, yeah. And then take them all out, dude. They don't know what's going to hit them. That's called the American term.
Trooper petri dish of a student behind enemy lines. That idea, I don't know if we get away with that, but I definitely got something, and I've been kind of. I have been sick. As a matter of fact, I was in bed Saturday afternoon, and I didn't get out until yesterday morning. It was just miserable. And then I went in today, and I've been talking all day, so my voice is, I don't know. We're gonna give her a go. What happened here? What are you doing, Rad? Monkeying around with this.
He's showing off, Eddie.
No, he's monkeying with the board here, trying to get me discombobulated. Okay, so today, I have been watching a lot of Instagram the last couple weeks, and one of the main themes that I've been focusing in on is the immigration of Muslims into Western lands and their conduct towards Western women. I know this might stroke somebody's feathers and get people discombobulated, as far as, how do you generalize Muslim men like this? A lot of sexual harassment happens from, indigenous males in these countries. This is true. But the overwhelming stuff that gets posted, and this isn't Islamophobia at all, is because these Muslim men come into these Western countries with they're military age men, young men, and you are at that age where you are ready to have yourself a family, and there's no women available. So what they do is they're forcing themselves on these Western women who they consider unclean. And I looked up the word slag. This is what they use in England anyway. These unclean, unfit slags, and they harass them. And this is why you have a country like England, and I'm going to say this, where they're a bunch of sissies. I'm sorry. Great Mother England has turned into a country of sissies. That's running it. Now, the everyday run-of-the-mill Brit out there, I've seen the protests that are going. I've seen them. And you're being heard, but you're not being heard loud enough, and you're not being heard by those who are doing this to your women. When you can rape was Rotterdam. I think it was Rotterdam, where they literally raped 1,400, over 1,400 girls, not women, girls. And they didn't do crap about it. Oh, they might have thrown a couple into jail. Big deal. And it still goes on today. This is going to come to a boiling point, folks. This is going to come to a point where people have had enough. If you are a man and you cannot stand up for your women, you're not a man. That's just the way. I mean, that's just the law, natural law. If you cannot protect your women, then you're not being a man. Now, I'm not saying go out and start offing these guys. I'm not saying that at all. Don't. Because I know there's probably people who watch this will probably try to report it and say, oh, he's advocating violence against men. No, I'm not. What I am advocating is for the re-immigration of these people. They have no business being in these ones. Let's just give you some stats here. Let me just show you some stats. One in my mouth here.
Yeah, France is already deporting them.
So I have a question. What about the other assaulters? Because there are, because in these gangs, it is South Asian folks, but it's also people from the UK that are doing this. Like, what do you think the punishment should be for them?
Same exact. Especially if they're hollering Allah Akbar.
Please, can I answer that? Please, can I answer that here, please? Thank you. All right. So first of all, Isa, the question, well, white people do it too. That means we do not punish the foreign invaders when they do it. Your concept fails at that. Of course they should be punished. They should be punished extremely. Can't deport them because they're actually British citizens, were born that way. But that's beside the point.
But bottom line is this. Some of these folks are second generation too, so they are technically citizens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but once you become, it's kind of hard. But okay, fine. Remove their citizenship.
Like a British person of South Asian ancestry.
Well, bottom line is this. It doesn't matter who is doing it or why it's being done. It needs to be punished. The problem is that when it comes to these Asian gangs that are doing it, one, okay, they're only like right now, I don't know, let's say like 10% of the population, I believe, somewhere around there, okay? But yet they're committing like 60% of these gang rapes. 60%. Where you have the white, English, British lads who are doing the same thing, but they're only doing, even though they're like 60% of the British population, they're only doing 5% of it. But here's an even bigger problem with this, okay? The UK government deliberately covers it up when the Asian gangs are doing it because they don't want to be accused of being Islamophobic or causing Asian tension in the community or causing riots and all that sort of stuff. So they deliberately cover it up. And they've actually multiple cases now that's come to light. Okay, it's just not one isolated incident, but it's multiple cases where the women are charged. Okay, once they reach the age of 16, then they are charged with prostitution. Okay, when they go raid these sex houses, they're actually charged with prostitution. And the Asian pimps now, or the Asian rapists, okay, they're actually let go. There are multiple cases where 14-year-old, the father showed up to rescue his daughter, found out his daughter, the father and brother showed up to get him out, and the father and brothers were charged with assault. And they handed the girl back over to the Asian rape gang.
Can I deal with this?
Yes.
Okay. Let's just take a look at some numbers here. And I had it up in the screen because you're saying, well, you can't blame all of them. This is true. You can't. I mean, that's bigotry, and it could be considered a form of racism. But number one, the majority of the people that are immigrants coming into these Western nations, 85% of them are Muslim. 85% of the migrants coming into these Western nations are Muslim. They have 56 Muslim nations they could immigrate to, and none of them go to those Muslim nations. Why? Because life there sucks. The Sharia sucks. Now, this isn't women that are migrating. If there should have been, if we're thinking about this as a moral issue, The people who should be emigrating out of these Muslim nations should be women, because of all the nations in the world that mistreat women, or women are mistreated the worst, have the least number of rights. It is Muslim majority nations. I think North Korea is the only nation that even breaks the top 10 with them. The rest of them are Muslim majority nations. So it should be women, but it's not. It's men. This is a cultural issue, whether we want to admit it or not. It is a cultural dominance issue. They want to immigrate to foreign lands and dominate the women there. When they get there, they want to have as many foreign wives as they can, to have as many foreign kids as they can, to repopulate it with Muslims. This is what they want to do. They've said as much. And so when they come to these Western nations and they start acting this way and treating the women the way that they do, and I'm going to show you all kinds of video clips tonight of how they're treating women, it's going to make your stomach turn. But when we start looking at the actual numbers, here are the actual numbers right here. This is the year 2000. When we look at the number of rapes recorded, England had 8,500 rapes recorded in 2000. With all of this migration in the past 20 years, look at that number of what rapes have gone up to. And we've talked about who is getting raped. These aren't just women getting, these are girls being raped. And the main perpetrators are people from Western Asia, Pakistani men mainly. But throw in your Afghanis, throw in other group, but they're Muslim. They're not Christian boys coming over from Switzerland to rape English girls. These are Muslim men doing this. Germany, same thing. Look at the difference in Germany, 8,000 to 39,000. France, I mean, France is a basket case. They can't even they can't defend themselves. Look at that, 42,000. Poland, who does not allow these immigrants to come in, their rapes were almost halved. So the bottom line is that these numbers are an exact result of you can correlate it directly to the number of rapes that are happening in their countries. There's immigration from Muslim majority nations. 85% of the migrants coming into the nation or into these nations are Muslim, and the rapes have gone up not just a little bit. I mean, this is exponential increase. There has to be a reason, but nobody wants to say what the reason is. And I'll tell you what the reason is. It's right here. It's in their Sharia. They do not have to respect. It's in their Hadith. It's in the Quran, for God's sake. They do not have to respect anybody that is not a Muslim, and they don't.
Hey, Eric, I'm going to share a little video. It's only like 30 seconds long now. This is an actual it's a PSA, public service announcement, that the Finnish government put out to share with their new foreign invaders. I'm not making this up. This is official. Someone actually thought this was a good idea. Here we go. This is the anti-rape dance. Okay, here we go.
I don't see it. Where is it? Let's go.
You see it now?
Okay. Can't hear it. Doesn't matter. We don't have to listen to it.
There we go.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
I'm not making it up. That is real. Stop! Don't
Brad,
touch me there.
Who's that guy in the back there on the right? Who is that?
I don't
you?
know. This dude. No. This isn't Sweden, dude. No, Finland. This is Finland. Yeah, this is Finland. But no, that's it. No, they give this, or they stopped it now because it's totally stupid. Or maybe it was promoted, but they thought this is a good idea to give to their foreign invaders. Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. As a matter of fact, dude, in Germany, rape gangs are raping young boys now, raping young men now. They actually have PSA pamphlets handed out that says, basically, I'll have to look it up, but basically it says, while a lot of German men will be happy to have sex with you, it doesn't mean that you can just have sex with any German man. Like, really? Okay. Yeah. So no, this is really getting out of hand. This is getting bad. But like you said, Eric, in Poland, they don't have this stuff. Why? Hungary, same deal. Why? Because they said no, we're not doing this immigration thing. Anyway, go ahead, continue.
I got all kinds of stories to share tonight. Here's the first one. The first one is right down here in Kafiristan South. This guy listen to what this guy did. Muhammad, down in Nashville, found a woman who was sitting on the steps of a church. She was despondent. People think that she was on drugs, maybe high on fentanyl. They haven't figured this out. This happened. What day was this? This was the 17th today. This is 2 days ago. And so what he did is he raped this woman on the steps of the church.
What a bastard!
I don't know how you get much more evil than that.
Just like his prophet.
Yeah.
Notice the story. Tennessee man. He's a Tennessee man.
Yeah, Muhammad. Yeah, just an indigenous guy. Let's see here. When they arrived, he tries to pull the woman's pants up. I'm not exactly. The woman ended up dying, and they're not sure. I haven't seen any follow-up stories telling us why she died. But this guy. I mean, how do you do that to another human being and still have a soul? Now, I'm not saying that the Quran or Muhammad directly influenced this guy, but there's a correlation here.
Okay, I'll say it.
Okay, thank you. When you look at the writings of the Quran, when you look at the teachings of Muhammad and what he taught about the treatment of infidel women and how they historically treated that which the right hand possesses, this is right up his alley. He has no responsibility to treat women, especially non-Muslim women, with any type of respect or dignity. And to do this to them, if she's going to get high and she's going to leave herself vulnerable the way she did, and the way he giving him the opportunity to do this, he's going to take it, and he did. But it just shows you how bankrupt, how this bankrupts somebody's soul. How can you do this to another human being? How could you possibly do this to a woman who's she was obviously, well, I don't say obviously unconscious, but there's something obviously wrong with her where she's within minutes of her own death, and you're raping her? Where the hell is your soul? Where is that core decency? Where is that?
It's guys like this. It's guys like this. You take out on a boat. You tie a big stone to their leg and you toss them over the side, because that is the one thing that in the Muslim books, that was the one thing that was really big about getting thrown into the ocean. If you get thrown into the ocean, you're in hell. You're going to hell. I remember when they got Osama bin Laden, that was the first thing they did, is they threw him over the side into the ocean.
Yeah, chuck him overboard. Chucky, that's what they call him, Chucky. Not funny.
Yep.
It is funny. Yes, you're right. It is funny. I know it's funny. Okay. Okay, so here we got a woman. Let's see. It does not tell me where this is. I believe it's in the UK. This is UK. Let's just see what this guy in the background's doing to this woman. She's pleading with this guy to get away from her. Oh, where's the volume? There we are.
Off me. Please get off me.
Can you guys hear that?
Yes.
Okay, so she's saying, please get off me. Repeatedly, she's saying this. Can I replay? No. Okay.
Stop. Please get off me.
What's the word when someone says sorry? When someone says sorry,
Please.
you have done that.
Please. Yeah, that's the feeling of you should go away. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. You should go away. Please go away. Please go away. Please.
Oh, you're making me
Please
feel so
go
weird.
back to your friends. Please leave me alone. Please.
My friends are happy about that.
Yeah, and I'm happy by myself. Please leave me alone.
Are you actually serious?
Please leave me alone. Please.
Hey, I honestly
Please
think
leave me
you're beautiful.
alone. I'm happy by myself. Please leave me alone.
Are you actually serious?
Please leave me alone. Please.
Hey, I wanna
Please leave me alone.
Direct result. This is a direct result of unfettered immigration, allowing anybody unchecked, what's the word I'm looking for? Verified. When you verify, you do a background check. What's that word? Where you, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, vetted. Yeah, when they're unvetted, this is what happens. You don't know if this guy's been in prison for rape or whatever in his host country, but this is what he's doing in his newfound homeland. This one right here is sick as the day is long. Here we go. Let's bring this one up. Here you got a young Muslim man. Let's see here. Let me see if I can reset this. Here we go. And share. I mean, can't go fast enough with these things. Here we go. Two older ladies. So you watch.
Everything all right, ladies? Is everything okay? Everything okay? Is everything okay?
Okay.
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. Right, mate. How's it going? Don't fucking touch me, bro.
What?
What are you talking to you women for?
Why?
What are you talking to you women for?
I don't know about.
What are you talking to the ladies?
Asking.
Asking them what?
Why?
Yeah, asking them what?
This way after asking. This way after.
What are you talking about?
You live in here, Bill?
Yeah, I live here, mate, yeah. What are you talking about?
Are you man?
Yeah. Go away. Go away.
I'm never. Don't sit there between us. Is that what you said now?
You okay? He wants to sit there, does he? Do you want me to phone the police? Shall I phone the police? Where you living? Hotel?
Are you the police?
Yes,
Are you fucking?
I am police. Well, I may as well be the fucking police. Because there ain't no police around here, is there?
You want us to sit there? And
Right, get yourself away from here, bruv. Get yourself away from me. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Just harassing them. Why? Because there are women outside without their husbands. Let's see here. Here's one in Barcelona, Spain. This is an American woman in Barcelona, Spain, being harassed by another immigrant man. Let me restart this and share screen. Instagram, bada bing. Here we go.
An American woman in Barcelona and what she has to deal with.
Are you ready?
Get ready.
Are you ready? Ready, set, go.
The sooner we start re-migration, the better.
Get ready.
Are you ready?
Ready, set,
she's
go.
scared.
Made for this and I play to win. Came a long way from the place we been. Mind on the go while they whispering. I've been putting in work, much discipline. Yeah, pass
Don't
me not the
say it.
astronaut.
This is an
Ooh,
American
spicy.
woman in Barcelona.
Yeah, so she hoses him down with some pepper spray, which is a good idea
Good girl.
for a woman is to carry one of those. I just ordered a couple. My wife runs a lot. My daughter runs, and my daughter-in-law, she doesn't run, but she's often out. Her job requires her to work at night sometimes. I ordered them a one of those handheld. It fits in the palm of your hand, and it's got like a taser on this side, and so you can just flip it on, and somebody comes after you. Just get back, and they'll just pull the trigger, and it'll put a jolt of lightning in their ass. It's getting to the point where you have to do that, and that's here in the States, where it isn't just I'm not just blaming Muslim men on that here in the States, but it is getting worse the more and more you watch it. So, but in Europe, being in some countries, I don't think they allow pepper spray, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, in the UK, do they allow pepper spray in the UK? Do you guys know that? Maybe somebody could fact check me on that and put it in the chat. I don't know if they do it there or not. Let's take another one. Take a look at another one. I wanted to find one right here in the good old US of A. Let's see here. Speaking. Come on, where is it at? Here it is, right here. This happened in Kafirstan North.
Yeah, it's illegal in UK.
It's illegal in the UK? Is that
Yep.
what you said? Yeah, because there's some, I don't know why they make it illegal. Because,
Well, think about who the mayor is in London.
oh yeah, that guy's a piece of garbage too.
Sadiq Khan.
Yep. Okay, this is Evansville, Indiana. Broad daylight, 2 women sitting in a park trying to have lunch.
Do you happen to have an extra cigarette?
No, we do not have cigarettes.
Hey, ma'am. When can I come see you?
Girl, can you leave us alone, please?
You know that I always liked you.
No.
You did. Yes, you knew. Look,
Who are you, dude? Like, go away. The
I don't
fuck?
want to.
Mom.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Goodbye. Let's see here. That was in Evansville, Indiana. That's just.
Well, to be fair, that looks like more like a Mexican dude, to be honest with you. But go ahead.
No, he wasn't.
Mexican,
No, that
he wasn't.
No, that wasn't a Mexican guy. No. Here's one that we should all be aware of. Look at here. Look at this guy, or these guys here. Hold on. This you'll appreciate what I'm doing tonight once you see this. Share screen. Bing. Here we go.
What were you just taking pictures of the young girls for? Where on you? Let me check your phone.
He was just taking pictures of you. You see your phone? Sorry.
No, you see you fucking did. What are you taking pictures of the fucking kid for? What are you fucking taking pictures of the kid
He was
for?
just taking pictures of you. Did you know that?
Take a picture of him there, Mo.
Got him, dude. You're going all over Facebook,
Take
mate.
a picture of him.
Fucking
You nonsense bastard. Fuck back to your own fucking country. You're taking pictures of little girls, you nonsense bastard.
Yep, taking pictures of little girls. Oh, is that an isolated incident? I don't think so. Let's take a look at this.
Following their prophet.
Picnic. Yeah. Where's your picnic stuff, guys?
In the car.
In the car. Yeah. Right. You're here for a picnic? Yeah. Is that what we're doing? Yeah. You know what you're doing. I'm looking at you. The guy with the camera? Yeah, you right there. Yeah, can I see the videos? Yeah. Show me the videos. Okay. No, I'm serious. Are you deleting them right now? Yeah, is that what you're doing, guys?
This is private. What do you think you would...
You know exactly what you're doing. You're creeping all the girls here. I watched you guys. I watched this guy. I watched him watching my daughters with his camera. No. You don't come to a beach and videotape the girls. You know exactly. You can delete them all you want, but I got you guys on film now. Okay?
Sorry, this is...
No. What are you going to try and show me? What's all this? No, you just deleted the videos. I watched...
No, this is not my phone. I cannot open anywhere without his face.
Yeah, no, I watched him watching my girls. I mentioned it to my group. No. Don't even try and deny it. I watched it. And I watched 2 other girls. No, I watched him film 2 other girls right over there. As soon as they put their clothes back, as soon as they put their clothes back on, he stopped filming. Then I watched another girl, and he watched her walk all... Yeah? Just enjoy...
Yeah, so they're sitting there perving out on your girls as they go to the swimming pool or the beach. Let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. This poor guy looks like he's in bad shape. And the reason why he's in bad shape is because he was trying to set up a meeting with little girls and got caught. This was kind of like, what was that show that was done a number of years ago with where they tried to catch a predator or something like that? You guys know what I'm talking about?
Chris Hansen.
Okay, where you got pedophiles trying to line up dates with little girls.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. This is something like they're doing something like this in England.
It's called To Catch a Predator. That's the name of the program.
There you go. That makes sense. Okay, this is what they're doing in England, but they all happen to be Muslims.
In the UK, and he's already been arrested. You won't believe what he did.
Do you remember reaching out to this child?
Yeah.
You had a headache?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was not in mental situation.
Okay. Well, listen, I'll be honest with you. I get headaches. Do you get headaches? We all get headaches.
I was not in good situation.
In a very good
But you know
situation.
what you've done then. You know it's wrong.
Yeah.
Are you talking to any other children?
No, sir.
Just this one child?
When the police get here, they are going to check absolutely everything. Whoa, where are you going?
Do you want a bottle of water?
Yeah.
Do you want a drink?
No, sir. No.
How long have you been in the UK?
It's 10 months.
10 months.
You came in today, you said that you was going to be bringing condoms with you and baby wipes in case she You even went to the effort of saying you were going to try and book a hotel for her.
Huh?
Something wrong.
Yep. Bye. You're out of here.
We are in Enfield.
Only 10 months in the
I've got to say something. I've got to say something. How are you sad when were going to do a horrible crime to a child? Like, you're like crying on the ground. Like, I mean, if you're going to do this diabolical act, you should just own it. You know what I mean? Like, own that you're this kind of terrible person. But instead, you're like, oh, Sahib, oh, very terrible. I am so sorry. I'm not mean. I'm just like, my gosh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
They did that.
That's
on
what cowards do.
Too. Chris Hansen, you see all the people. I'm like, your intention was to do horrible things to these children, and then you're like, I better leave. I was just talking, and I was like, oh man, I don't know.
Well, this is what it's just like anybody else. No, you're not truly sorry until you get caught, and it's only then when you get caught.
Well, you're not really sorry anyway. I think what you're sorry that you'll be punished. You're sorry for being punished. You don't really. I don't think you're sorry for the activity you're doing. Because if you weren't going to get caught, you would do it anyway. So.
Yeah, here's another example of our inclusive. Oh, that's a great point. This one is what really gets me going, where you want to. I'm not advocating the use of violence against these guys, but until some sort of force is used to physically protect women and little girls from these guys, it's going to continue. Either that or you're going to re-immigrate all of them back to their host countries, which is what when you sit here and you watch all of these videos, these people chanting that they want Sharia in the West. We want Sharia. We want a government that's built upon the Sharia. We want to see, the laws take effect. If you want that, take your ass back to your country that you came from, and you can have it right there. Don't try to make our country suck as bad as your country does. If that's what you want, get the hell out. If you don't like people drinking alcohol, eating bacon on their burgers or whatever, if that really, really bothers you, get the hell out. Nobody wants to listen to you complain about it. And then they talk about, oh, well, hold on. There was a video that oh my goodness, I got a great video that I was watching. I was watching it today. Hold on. Oh, this is good. Okay, here comes the Sharia. This is what I wanted to watch. Here we go. This is the one that I want you to watch. Well, I tell you what, let's watch this first one here with this girl. This girl is absolutely amazing. She doesn't look to be maybe 8, 9 years old. And not that one, this one. Watch this. Watch what this girl does here. It's absolutely incredible.
Followed by a strange man. She quickly came up with a clever plan. She called the intercom, and as soon as the door opened, the man tried to pass behind her immediately. Except that the little girl lets him pass first, and she waits for the door to close, staying nervously outside. The man can be seen by security cameras waiting patiently inside. Then he decides to hide under the stairs to watch the little girl, without knowing that all of his actions are being filmed. A little later, the little girl calls the intercom to open the door. She enters and quickly goes up the stairs. The man, noticing that she has finally entered, follows her quickly, but the little girl was too fast and managed to get away from him. However, he did not want to drop it, so he still tries to find her. Fortunately for the girl, the man ended up leaving. The footage was passed on to the police, and he was then identified and arrested. Let this serve as a warning, and please, teach your children situational awareness.
Wow, smart
We
little
should
girl.
not have to keep our kids situational awareness like that. We should not have to tell our kids, you got to be aware around your surroundings, because you don't know where some scumbag who thinks that you're nothing but a slag kafir and he can rape you when you are 9 years old, because that's what his prophet did to somebody. We shouldn't have to do that. That's just sick. What they did to do that guy, I pray that he gets his comeuppance in prison.
You're nothing.
Whoa, what is that? What was that? Oh, I the button. And
That wasn't exactly a clever move, mate, was it?
It was a very clever.
No.
Aisha.
How old was Joseph? How old was Joseph?
I didn't. What?
She was 9 years old. She was 9 years old.
9.
Sorry, it took me a while to find it, dude. We gotta read. There's no way to organize the clips in this, dude. I don't like this. We gotta go back to StreamYard.
I think maybe you're right. I hate StreamYard. I don't want to give them a dime of my money, but I think you're right.
Oh man, stay here. You just learn it. It's way better than StreamYard.
No, it's not, dude. Our video clips we upload, there's no way to organize them. There's no way to name them. As a matter of fact, most of them only show up as an X, and you can't. There's no preview, no thumbnail.
Yeah, StreamYard always locks up on me.
No, never with us. We have it good. We have down pat with StreamYard. Anyway, but continue on. Sorry, continue on.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's a way to name them, but there really isn't. You just have to look at the thumbnail, and the thumbnail is about that big, so it's hard to.
Also, I have no god powers. I can't mute people. Can you mute people, Eric? Let me StreamYard.
I don't know. Let me see here. Try running your mouth. Well, I guess you can mute them. Look at there.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, I can't. I'm a co-host, and I can't mute people.
Well, that's not right. That's why we have co-hosts.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can go back to StreamYard. We gotta see if we get a coupon from StreamYard. Anyway.
Okay, let's take a listen.
Continue on.
What this douche canoe here has to say. It's sweet. Oh.
It's time that you learn Sharia law. Now that we Muslims are slowly taking over your country, starting with New York soon, inshallah. And then not only are we taking over your country, we're bringing in communism. So you better get used to the idea of giving up your money and share it with the poor. And yeah, just a few things you gotta know about Sharia law. No more pork, so that shit has to go. Then you're gonna have to pay some sort of tax for being non-Muslim, of course. And yeah, so it's time to learn some Arabic, and time to put your
what's the Arabic word for blow me?
Wives in burqas, because that's going to be next. So so welcome to the Islamic State of America.
Please bring your ass down here.
Yeah.
That guy it's a parody, obviously, right? But that guy doesn't believe anything that he just said.
I don't think
pretty much what I'm thinking. No, that was a parody.
It looks like a parody type.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's sarcastic. Yeah. It's a sarcastic parody that he's saying about this stuff.
But what he's saying is true. No, because he's talking about Mumdani. But Mumdani supposedly is a Muslim. He's really not. He doesn't care. He's a full-blown communist. So he's appealing to Muslims, and for some reason, the Muslim cliques in New York are actually voting for him. I'm like, dude, you're voting to trans your own kids. You are literally voting to trans your kids. Okay? You are literally voting for prostitution outside your mosque. Okay? You are literally voting to decriminal or to defund the police outside of your block. You know what I mean? No, not in your neighborhoods. This is no. That Mamdani dude, he's more communist than he's Muslim, but he's appealing to the Muslim factions just to get the votes. But welcome to New York City. It's gonna be great.
It'll be like that alternate reality in Back to the Future, where they end up in that dark part of the future. That's what it's going to be like.
Yeah, I'm looking at this guy and I'm trying to see if this is something. It doesn't look like a parody. I don't know. It might be, but I don't think anybody would go out of their way to be that so stereotypical. But then again, I'm willing to be wrong. I'm not an expert on these things, and there's no sure counsel that.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
But what I would say about it. Go ahead. I'll make my point when you're done.
One thing I would say, if you're if you take this position of whatever is Sharia, if this guy takes that position, his beard is not acceptable. You have to have a beard that goes between that of your hand. It has to be like the length of your hand. So you're supposed to have a beard. Yeah, like you have to at least have that. Like the kind of facial hair that you and I have, Eric, are not acceptable for this type of perspective. You've got to have a big beard. So like his look is, and you're not supposed to look like non-Muslims. You can't wear non-Muslim clothing because then you look like the quote unquote kuffar. So it's like, if he really believes in this and he takes this kind of fanatical point of view, he would be violating that. That's why it sounds like satire and just the way that he performed it. You that type of look that you have, you can't do that. Like in ancient Muslim places, they did have this where people had to wear different kinds of clothing, like the Jews and Christians and Muslims all wore different clothing.
A Zunar. I mean, this pack of Umar.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So, like Muslims couldn't dress like Christians. You know what I mean, or Jews. And
Christians could not dress like Muslims, is what the pact.
No, but Muslims couldn't dress because you're not supposed to look like a Christian. You can't imitate the kuffar. So
unless you're doing taqiyya.
Well, how taqiyya usually works is more that
I'm not buying it. I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. Sorry.
You don't even know what I said. How can you not buy when I didn't even say what I said?
Because you're going to oppose what I said, and I'm not buying it because they can lie. Period.
But I think free speech is important, and we should try to be nuanced in our takes.
Sharia doesn't have anything to do with free speech.
I don't think there's Sharia that exists. Where is Sharia? It's not in Pakistan. It doesn't exist. A modern nation state cannot.
It does in Saudi.
Saudi is not a Sharia state. It's not.
Yes, it is.
There's a great Christian Palestinian author named Wael B. Halak, and he wrote about this. He called it the impossible state. A modern nation state cannot work with Islamic thought. It just doesn't work. It's an ancient tradition. Just you don't have that, so it doesn't work. So,
well, I just all of that's a moot point because for a couple reasons. Number one, good luck trying regardless of who you are and who's in charge. Try banning pork in the United States. Good luck with that one. Number two, go ahead and try to make us pay a tax against our will. That's when people start throwing the tea in the harbor. But the most important one that needs to be said about trying to incorporate or impose would be a better word for it, Sharia in the United States is prohibition. You are seriously, are you really thinking that you're going to stop Americans from having a drink if they want to? You really think that that's possible to say that you have to stop drinking?
Would you like for me to name off the 24 countries that are practicing Sharia law right now? Number 1, Iran. Number 2, Saudi Arabia. Number 3, Bahrain. Number 4, Jordan. Number 5, Egypt. Number 6, Mauritania. Number 7, Maldives. Number 8, Somalia. Number 9, Indonesia. Number 10, Afghanistan. Number 11, Comoros. Number 12, Malaysia. Number 13, Gambia. Number 14, Qatar. Number 15, Morocco. Number 16, Sudan. Number 17, Pakistan. Number 18, Brunei. Number 19, Djibouti, however you say that. Yeah. 20, Bangladesh. Ooh, it's even being practiced in Israel. Let me see, Eritrea, Oman, and Syria.
So then the question is, why are they all so different from each other? If there was one Sharia that was consistent, why are all these countries objectively different from each other?
I never accused Islam of ever being consistent, ever.
So then I would say, how can we call it Sharia then? You could say these are nation states that have their own cultural narratives, and they say
these are guys that pick the rules that they like and the rules they don't like.
Okay.
Period.
I just don't know if
but they're picking from the same book.
Well, I would just say, they're countries that are saying that, they want to have their interpretation of Islamic laws. So, my opinion, I don't think the so-called Christian kingdoms were Christian. Well, those kingdoms like from England and where they had feudalistic European hierarchies. I'm like, what does this have to do with Christianity? Nothing. They just used the name of Jesus, and then they went and murdered people when they traveled around and they wore crosses.
Yeah, but the big difference there is they weren't following Jesus. You see, they're following Muhammad. See, that's the big difference.
Well, the point that I was going to make about the Sharia, it really doesn't matter what we call it. What matters is what they call it and what they feel about it. And if they feel that they're like, if you follow the Sharia in Iran, that's not going to be following the same type of set of laws that you would find in Saudi Arabia, because one's Shia, one's Sunni, but it is what they call the Sharia. So it doesn't matter if we call it Sharia or they call it Sharia. If they think it's Sharia, it's going to incorporate several main concepts. The details are going to be found in their law, in their jurisprudence manual here. But the banning of pork, the banning of the consumption of alcohol, the subjugation and the veiling of women is going to be involved. So you can count on a general incorporation of several aspects of the Sharia. The details, some of the minor details will be nuanced, but those are nuanced throughout all of what we would consider the Christian world. Saying, well, we're a Christian society. Well, to an extent, but we're a Sharia compliant society. To an extent, but there's going to be differences in this. Okay, back to our topic here. Here we have a woman in Europe. It doesn't say where this is. Let me see here. It just says Europe. Here's something. Islam Ashbikin. That sounds like it's German. This might be Germany. Let's take a listen to what this woman has to say.
Meinen Kindern nicht spazieren und ich werde einfach die ganze Zeit verfolgt von meinem Mann. Der ruft mich die ganze Zeit. So gruselig.
Okay, she's walking with the children and she's pushing a flipping stroller.
Sind Sie neu in der Gegend?
Ja.
Sie wunderschön, Sie sehr, sehr schön.
Okay.
Sie wunderschön.
Dankeschön. Ich bin aber gerade am Spazieren mit meinen Kindern. Ich habe einen Mann. Wir würden hier auch gerne weiter spazieren.
Ich habe Sie gesehen von hinten.
Habe ich bemerkt.
Moment. Ich habe Sie gesehen von hinten. Sie boom hinten.
She's what? Boom. What is she? Boom.
Okay. Aber was will ich denn?
Ich habe gesehen von hinten. Sie haben boom von hinten.
Okay, aber ich habe auch einen Mann.
Sehr schön.
Dankeschön.
Sie haben Mann? Sie haben Mann?
Ja, ich habe einen Mann.
Egal, Mann muss nicht wissen, ein Date haben.
Nein, danke.
Bleiben Sie stehen.
Ich bin mit meinen Kindern.
This is what these creeps think of the institution of marriage. Oh, he doesn't need to know. As long as I get my rocks off. Piece of garbage.
I mean, this person has a child. That's disgusting. It's really disgusting.
Yeah, and she has her kids with her. Well, no. What else? What else he does?
Mit Ihnen reden, kurz wollen ein Date.
Nein, ich möchte kein Date, danke schön. Ich würde mich auch freuen, wenn Sie mich jetzt in Ruhe lassen.
Aber Sie magnifique, Sie sind schöne Augen, schöne Nase und hinten bumm, ich habe gesehen, ich muss reden mit dieser Frau.
Können Sie bitte gehen?
Bitte.
Können Sie bitte einfach gehen und mich in Ruhe lassen? Dankeschön.
Aber ein Kuss bitte.
Bitte.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's look at another one. If that doesn't get you pissed off, I don't know what does. Oh, here's one that I want you to hear. This is I'm asking, where in the hell are the men? Where are you when you see stuff like this happening? Let me back this up. Let me back it up so I can pause it, play the volume so you can hear it. Here we go. Look at the guy in blue. This guy in blue. Okay, you got two thugs harassing this old woman. What is it? He turns around and walks out. What a flippin' coward.
Spain.
I mean, where are your men? Where are your men to stand up for you? Where are the people speaking out against this? They're going to call this is. I mean, when you start accusing criminals of if you start bringing light to the activities of criminals and evil, they're going to call you names. This is what happens. They get loudest when you start calling them out. They're going to call you names. They're going to call you an Islamophobe. They're going to call you a bigot. They're going to call you a racist. They're going to call you a hater. But you have them on film acting like pieces of garbage. Women harassing women out in the open. I watched one the other last night, the night before last. A woman from France. She's literally crying her eyes out because she can't walk out of her apartment 5 minutes without being thoroughly harassed between her apartment, the train station, and her work. She says, I can't afford to live anywhere else. And I have to live this gauntlet. I have to run this gauntlet 2 times a day, to work and from work. And she can't handle it. And guess what in France? You can't have a gun. Well, why can't you have a gun? Well, because a bunch of pussies. I'm sorry. Sorry, didn't mean to say that.
I'll say it.
Yeah, well, they are. Okay, here's 2 British women at a train station. Let's take a listen to what they have to say. Let me play this and redo this, pause this. There's too much going on here. Maybe if I had somebody that knew how to download this kind of stuff and put it into a package for me, that would be golden.
Send me what it is you want.
I was just thinking maybe Rad could do it for me. I don't know what he's doing right now. He's probably cooking or something. Okay. Whoop.
Cigarette.
I don't smoke.
What's your name?
It doesn't matter. Why do you want to know my name?
Because I like your lips.
No. Can you go away, please?
All right. There you go.
Go on then.
What?
Can you go away, please?
Yeah. Just be patient.
Come on, get out of the way. You don't know what he's got on him. Come on. Let me go to the stove.
What happened here? Listen, the police is here. Yeah? But don't fuck with me. I'm a motherfucker here.
Don't fuck
Fuck
with me.
yourself now.
Fuck yourself now.
Yeah, these are just 2 women hanging out the train station, waiting to get on their train and getting harassed. Won't be left alone. Here's one. She's in a park pushing her bike. And this is in Germany. So let's go back to this. So, I got one from Spain that you're gonna make you mad. Here we go.
Mouth mask.
Okay, she says this guy has been following her in the park. He's pushing a bike and will not leave her alone.
Isn't he so sweet to just follow me?
without my permission. This is a scooter. Very beautiful. Hi guys. So I'm currently getting chased by this random man in a mouth mask.
Okay, so it's only when they start filming them and putting them in the light of day do they leave the women alone. Here's a Swiss woman on a train. So if you were going to say that this is just an English thing, this is all over Europe. I mean, when Europe started opening the doors for all of these migrants, quote unquote, this is what happens. This is exactly what happens. Why? Because they think that Western women are unclean and a bunch of sluts and they can treat them any way that they want to.
Look at this degeneracy. This is what they want for Europe.
I miss. I like you a lot, innit? Let me get your snap.
Snap?
They get your snap.
I don't have Snap.
Well,
Sorry.
how old are you?
21.
Yeah, man, 20 though. What? You got Insta? I know you go like you. How you got a fucking man, bro? And you're looking that fucking, you know what I'm saying? Pristine and that. You know what I'm saying? Your man ain't saying that to you.
Degeneracy.
Yeah, brother, I'm telling you now.
I have no qualms saying.
Yeah. Let's go find another one. I got all day, folks. I mean, this did not take long at all. Let's see. Oh, here's one.
Brad, what about that video that you sent to me earlier today about Mohammed Hijab's twin?
Oh yeah, I was gonna play that. I actually got that set up. It's too funny.
You should look at it, Eric. I think it's interesting. It's tied to
I've
this.
already downloaded it.
It's a very interesting video.
Want to play it?
Cue it up, Brad. We play this video. Cue it up.
Sure, go ahead.
Weird. We're talking to 12-year-old girls.
No, they're not 12 years old.
Okay, so the guy is taking pictures of 12-year-old girls, I think. No, harassing 12-year-old girls. And he says, no, they're 22.
22. You are a piece of. You just start to fucking interrupt myself. No, I don't. What? You start to interact with me, not the other way around. Yeah. I don't care if you film me. By the way, I don't accept to be filmed. By the way. Yeah?
You're in a public area.
I don't fucking care. I don't allow you to film me. Yeah. And if you publish this, I can call the police. By the way.
Go on, man.
I mean,
Oh yeah, please call the police. Please call the police.
it's not even about deportation. It's about like this is just morally wrong. Like these things are wrong. Whatever the consequences, it's an unethical, bad thing to do. And yeah, there's definitely should be consequences for that. It's just, yeah, it's really gross and sick, you know.
Yeah, this is what you would expect for people who have no respect for your culture, have no respect for your country, have no respect for your belief system, and they believe and have been told by Allah that they are the best of creatures and you are the worst of creatures. So you can do this to them. Where's the one? I have one from a woman in Spain.
But Chris, but Eric, you forgot the point. The Bible and the New Testament are affirmed by the Quran, so you have to believe in the Bible and the New Testament. So you can't actually attack Christianity or Judaism. Just saying, you know.
What? What are you
What's that got to do with it, man?
According to the Quran, no, you can't disrespect these things as the Quran says it. The Quran says that it affirms the Torah, the Zabur, and the Injil.
So what we got then is we got proof that these guys haven't ever read their Quran.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
They just went straight to the Sharia manual instead. Right? They're following their prophet, dude.
I think that's kind of a strange twist of the Islamic dilemma, if that's what you're saying.
But it's interesting, isn't it? You would have to respect it because that's what the Quran says.
We have to respect the Quran, or they have to respect the Bible. But
they have to respect the Bible.
They have to respect the Bible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then why don't they?
Well, it's not following the Quran. That's all I can say.
Well, that's true. Well, I mean, and here's one of the main things that I've thought about when I sit there and I watch these videos. And they just talk until they're blue in the face, and they get so far down in the weeds over the stupidest things. what was there's something that was said by that Daniel Pikachu guy in that debate with David Wood. He was talking about the Jews, and the Jews believe this, and the Jews believe this, and they believe and they feel that you should do this. And what I'm trying to because the proof is always in the pudding. Where is the fruit? If the Jews hate Christians, where do we see Christians being killed by Jews or being persecuted by Jews?
Well,
where do we see Jews not getting along with Christians, Christians not getting along with you? Where do we see this? I get it. There's going to be minor skirmishes here. You can say this and this and this, but not on the scale that we see with Muslims and everybody that they come into contact with. Where is the proof in the pudding, according to that Pikachu guy?
Well, according to him, the topic wasn't even about the Jews, even though he tried to make it about the Jews.
Yeah. I thought. Yeah, yeah. He didn't even bring that. It was like when what's his nuts? What's that douche canoe out of Florida? He came on. We did a debate on Ahmed Nadir Ahmed.
Yeah.
We debated the crucifixion, and his whole argument is that we know the crucifixion is false because if it was true, 6 million Jews wouldn't have been killed during the Holocaust. Now I know you're trying to say, well, wait a second. That's like 2 + 2 = a circle. It makes no sense. Exactly. It made absolutely no sense. So when we start talking about Pikachu, he does the same exact thing. What is this?
By the way, it's Daniel Pika Zoot.
Hika what?
Pika Zoot.
Zoot, yeah. We had cross-examining scriptures wanting to know why I wasn't in Ohio this summer. So I went back to work. I went back to work. The conference was actually the week I had to report back to work. So not an excuse. Sorry. Well, I get it. All right. Sorry. My bad. Yeah, that's funny.
I think that Daniel did such a terrible job in that debate because the first debate, his goal was to engage the Islamic dilemma. And then he basically said that the Torah and the New Testament were corrupted, or the Gospels are corrupted. Let's just say we won't include Pauline texts in there, but let's just say the Hebrew scriptures and the Gospels. And I'm just like, he's just like, they're corrupted. And I'm like, so how do you deal with the message? You remember that movie? You had it in your collection, right? Have you seen that movie, the one from the 70s, the 1979 movie?
Of what?
The Message.
The
Message. You've seen that movie, right? It's like, or 76. It's something like that. Well, in the movie, it's really fascinating because there's a whole scene where the companions of the Prophet of Islam are going and saying, they were quoting the New Testament, they're quoting the Gospels, they're quoting the Hebrew scriptures, and they're affirming it. They're saying, we quote this verse, we're quoting this verse. And you know who put the rubber stamp of approval? Al-Azhar University of Egypt. So I'm like, are you against Al-Azhar University? Are you against all of these people who are promoting the Bible and the Hebrew scriptures? The Hebrew scriptures and the Gospels. Are you going to go against that? And I thought that was really fascinating because the movie itself is very clear and it says that it's true that these texts are accurate. So I don't know. I thought it was a very weird defense, and I'm like, it doesn't, and I don't think it persuades anyone. You're just like, oh, it's corrupt. Well, what is that based on? If you want to make an argument of corruption, then what you would have to do is you would have to show an earlier source text and say, look, from this earlier source text, this new text now is a deviation. But the problem is that the texts we have now match up with the texts from thousands of years ago. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah. Actually, Isa, well, everything you said was true, but you didn't even go that far, because what he did when he said that when he said, okay, yes, these local priests, because it's before the printing press, they could corrupt their scripture locally, and it's still corruption. Boom, okay, then the Quran is false, because the Quran says it cannot be corrupted, and you're just saying it was corrupted. Do you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. The Quran doesn't even say that. The Quran is saying that they changed their scriptures. We don't know what scriptures they're changing. Which scripture is it? I have no idea. And the problem is he challenges the Talmud in the other debate. And I'm like, the Quran directly cites the Talmud. If you take one life, you save all of humanity. If you save one life, and this is told to the children of Israel, you save all of humanity. I'm like, how can you condemn the Talmud when the Talmud is directly cited? And then you're like, oh no, that's not really the Talmud. And I'm like, then it's a charlatanry maneuver. Yes, if we can find, and Dr. Wood brings up a point where he's like, I can show you a citation that's from the Quran, that's from, like the one guy came and asked a question about the apocalyptical, there was some other extra canonical text, right? And he said, look, I can show you these points about that they didn't believe in the lordship of Christ, right? Something like, like that type of thing. Or that he wasn't, someone was the replacement theory, that someone replaced Christ on the cross, right? That was what was brought up. And he basically said, well, I can just run the Islamic dilemma with that too. He took that position where he was like, well, if that's the case, the Gnostics don't align with the Muslims, and then you have this trouble. So I'm like, and then you also talked about, like, you can find sources that you can cite, and you can see these sources earlier, like, extra canonical Christian sources that you can see that are reflected within the substance of the Quran. So I'm like, I don't know. I thought it very strange that Daniel really didn't engage with any of those points, and I think those are points that you have to engage.
You made the point. What they do is they engage in a form of charlatanism when they debate this fact. If a Muslim would actually engage honestly in a debate, has the Bible been corrupted? First off, you have to say, okay, how do we know that the Bible has been corrupted? Well, it contradicts the Quran. All right, so show me in the Quran where it contradicts the Bible. For example, the crucifixion. Crucifixion's all over the New Testament. So what they would have, all you have to do is you just press them on the point and say, look, show me where this verse saying that Jesus was crucified has been corrupted in the manuscript evidence that we have, where it has been changed. Show me. If you want to talk corruption and you want to say that the Bible's corrupted, I get, the insertions, I get the textual variants, and that happens to any work, any book. There's always insertions, there's always textual variants that come with it, but they won't engage honestly with you. So whenever they start, this mantra of biblical corruption, that their argument is weak, because if you pin their ears back on corruption, just like you said, show me when it was or where it was corrupted, how it was corrupted, and you show me how it was corrupted by providing an earlier manuscript. Then compare that to the Quran, and you tell me, okay, now does that affect any core teaching of the Quran? And they won't be able to do it, because it doesn't affect any core teaching of the Quran. We have where we have our corruptions, quote unquote, have nothing to do with what's in the Quran.
Well, and there's another problem.
Hold on, Issa. I agree with you, Eric. I agree with you, Issa. The problem is, no, you don't have to do that. Okay, and Issa, yeah, what one verse says that what one verse, as David rightfully explained, what it says in the tafsir is that there were scribes, or actually, no, it's a verse in the Bible that he's going by, that there were scribes, okay, that the false scribes or the false prophets, okay, were manipulating the text, okay, to say that no, Babylon is there, I forget which one, is not going to conquer Jerusalem. And Isaiah is saying no, or maybe it was Jeremiah, I forget which one, but they're saying no, he is, okay, either way. The bottom line is this: the Quran is very specific on this, okay? The Injil and the Torah and the Zabur are Nabiim. They are sent down. And Allah protects his word that is sent down, okay? It cannot be corrupted. Not only that, but Allah says you are to judge. We Christians are to judge by what we have in our hands. But in the time of the people of Muhammad, okay? So either way, if you're saying it's corrupted at any point in time whatsoever, then that means the Quran is false, because the Quran is specifically saying this cannot be done, period, okay? All right? So yes, I agree with you. You don't have to get into it, but you don't do this. But anyway, I got to cook some hamburgers for the family. Nephews and stuff are coming over.
I thought you were going to show the Muhammad Hijab video.
I'm going to play, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to play that like really quickly here. But I just want to say one more thing on Muhammad Hijab. Issa, Muhammad Jab went to Harvard and graduated from Harvard. He majored in physics, applied physics. And
are you sure that's not Daniel Hakikachu?
What's that? I'm sorry?
Is that Daniel Hakikachu? Muhammad Hijab didn't go to Harvard, right? It was Daniel.
I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hakikachu. Okay, Danny Boy. Danny Boy went to Harvard and got a degree in applied physics and minored in philosophy, right? Daniel Hakikachu says the moon landing didn't happen. Why? Because Daniel Hakikachu says, well, someone who has a physics background that I do, you know that you cannot escape Earth's gravity. It's so strong and powerful. And even if you could, you would have to travel at 24,000 miles per hour and you would slam into the moon. There was no way you could slow down from 24,000 miles per hour. Dude, he's a moron, okay? Yeah, because they did escape Earth's gravity and they coasted, and the Earth's gravity well stretches out to Lagrange point 1. Actually, it stretches out further, but its influence stretches out to Lagrange point 1, which is about 2/3 the way to the moon, and then the moon's gravity takes over. And the whole time that this rocket coasted, the Earth's gravity well was pulling on it. By the time it got to Lagrange point 1, it was only traveling at 5,000 meters per second, and then it sped up a little bit when the moon took over. But anyway, he's a complete moron. I get into it with an X on that, and I argue with him, and I showed him the equations, and then he kind of blocked me because he's a moron. But anyway, let me play this video. This is Muhammad Hijab's twin sister. It's spoiler, it's not his twin sister, but anyway, it could be his twin sister. But here we go. Let me play
it's
it
our
here.
friend Hatun Tosh, right?
What's that? Yeah, I'm gonna play it from Latas. Yeah. There's other ones on X that are circulating, but here we go. Screen. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Play the song. All right, here we go. Let me know if you can hear it.
County DOT lot for what looked like road rage with a splash of street theater. The victim said a blue Prius driver, later ID'd as Reem M. Al-Dahiri, tried to run him off the road, soaked him in his car, and took a few swings.
Out of nowhere, a guy in a blue Toyota behind me, rushing me to I don't know where in this neighborhood, okay? I'm not crying to you. Are you listening? That's your people. He's white. So the guy is white and that's his people. And look what they're doing. They're making it look like that I am the one that... They're making it look like that I am the problem. I am not the problem.
Okay. Did you approach him at all?
He approached me, and then he ran in his car and closed the door. And that's when I had water, and I threw the water at him. I threw the water.
Why did you throw the water at him? But he got in his car. Why'd you throw the water at him?
No, don't tell me his car when he came over. I'm from New York.
Reem's version featured a tailgater, an assassination plot, and Islamophobia claims, minus any actual weapon.
Are they gathering to protect me, or are they gathering to protect their own white people? Because if that's the case, you're gonna pay for the Islamophobia.
I haven't even met the other guy yet.
I do not care, right? You're manipulating the system.
Right,
you know you cannot manipulate the system.
So.
Right.
Okay. Hey, so, ma'am, you're gonna be under arrest for assault, okay?
Assault?
Yes.
What assault?
At this point, just put your hands behind your back.
I did not assault nobody.
Put your hands behind your back, please.
So you protected your own white people?
That's not how it goes.
Yes, it does. I did not assault him. I did not assault him. He tried to kill me because I'm Muslim.
And that will be duly noted in the report, okay?
You get it? Islamophobia?
Everything that you told us is going to be noted in the report.
But you protected white people, on me. You protected the fallen angel on this Arab.
Is that too tight or is that okay?
You protected the fallen angel knowing that they have no future.
Hey, ma'am, is that too tight or is that okay?
So, what do we actually have here? A road rage incident, a confrontation, allegation of aggression, throwing water, and even trying to take a swing. Pretty straightforward conflict, right? That's what you would think. But instead of focusing on the behavior, the story gets rewritten. Suddenly, it's not about road rage anymore. It is about the persecution. Persecution of poor Muslims. And that's the tactic. Shifting the focus. Don't talk about what you did. Talk about who you are. Make it about oppression. Make it about unfairness. I am the real victim here. You are just Islamophobe. You are attacking me because of my faith.
So,
pause. I just want to say, I just want to say, right here, Muslims, we're getting tired of this. We're getting really tired of this. You're wearing out your welcome in the universe.
Well, no, I agree with you. It's not just Muslims. It's everyone that plays the suppression Olympics. I'm so over it. I don't care, whatever. But the bottom line is this: you're perpetual victims, and you're not. Okay. But anyway, it gets better because it gets funnier, dude. This chick is just wacky. Like I said, this is Muhammad Jab's, twin sister in an alternate reality. Let's play some more.
You noticed iron accusation, defense, all about feelings.
Car and accused a deputy of seating in the squad.
I'm a Muslim.
She resisted seating in the squad car and accused a deputy of misconduct, which body cams contradicted.
And then this part of the clip. Don't touch me, don't touch me. I am a Muslim woman. Sound is very dramatic, okay? Her body in design performance is
Did your Islamophobia? Can you scoot this way just a little bit?
Performance and
You did it, and you protected your own white people. You ordered it. You ordered it, and you protected your own white people. Well, then I will
okay,
you
you know the Muhammad is gonna take it. You know the Muhammad is gonna take it. Because you had a chance there to bow down to me. You know who I am.
also notice something else. Once the victim card wears thin, the script flips again. This time into will bow down, naming a book. Turns talking.
You know very well that he tried Arab. He says how you were created. English, Arabic. Does that not ring a bell? You're stupid, pendejo. Do you understand?
She's getting racist now.
You
know what pendejo means, yeah.
You are.
Yeah, white boy.
Because you had a chance there to bow down to me. You know who I am. And to listen to my orders.
Going to jail.
You have a chance, I told you.
Your son is going to jail.
The more you ruin it for yourself, the more you lose against my other jesh. You get it? The jinn?
And then after the arrest, the script kind of seems to be shifting yet again. Think about it. Talks about my other jinn, third eye. Those kind of
pretty much
phrases. So if you never knew anything about Islam, nothing will make sense.
Okay. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed that. That was kind of funny because she's definitely going to power the jinn.
Where in the United States did this happen? Did it say?
I forgot. It was like somewhere. I think in Indiana, maybe.
Yeah, Indiana.
Those poor cops.
Evansville, I think.
What the hell? Those poor cops. Can you imagine being a cop? Can you imagine being those cops? You're like, what the hell, lady?
Well,
we're not trained for this crap.
Being exposed to, knowing what we know, it all makes sense. But being a cop and never being exposed to this, you're going to tell me I have to bow down? Where did that come from? I have to bow down.
I'm going to be listening. I'm going to cook hamburgers. All right, peace out.
All right. Okay, so that's
a quick thing about that video. It's interesting because she talks about her Arab ethnicity, and she's like, "You can't do this to me as an Arab. You can't do this to me as a Muslim." And then there's one video scene where the police officer is very nice, and he's like, "Look, I need to know your side of the story. Let me hear all the information." And then she's like, when he's not really just completely siding with her, she's like, "I'm not giving you any information. I will not give you any information. You can't have my ID card." I'm like, you're being accused of assaulting a man. If you're innocent, you would just go with the police and say, "Look, I didn't do anything wrong." However, if you're guilty and you did assault this man, maybe you might try to hide the situation. And then she pulls out the phone to make it look like she's the victim. I don't know. It's very suspect.
Yeah, you're right. A victim is going to deflect. They're going to try to avoid what is really happening to them. You see it all the time when people getting arrested. Well, you're only arresting because I'm X, Y, and Z. It has nothing to do with the fact that you just robbed that store, you just assaulted that person right there, or you were walking out of the store shoplifting or anything. No, it had nothing to do with that. It's because you are race X, religion Z, or whatever. That's always the case. And it's old, and it's gotten to the point where nobody really cares what your gripe is anymore, because it's like the boy who cried wolf. With all these racial acts of racism, overt racism committed against black people for all those years, and the best they could do was the Jesse Smollett thing, or that race car driver with a noose, which was just something, a rope that they pulled down the car. It just gets it just rings old. Then they had they were building something, and they had to stop construction. Oh, it was down at the Titan Stadium. They said that they found a noose down at the Titan Stadium. They're building a new stadium for the Tennessee Titans. Why, I don't know, because they suck. But they found a noose. Turns out it wasn't a noose. But they shut down the construction of it for 2 days because of these outlandish claims of racism. If there is so much racism in this country, you wouldn't need to be making crap up. But the fact is that they do, in order to try to turn their country into this racist society, which we're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'd been living here 100 years ago, it would have been a different story.
Yeah, sure. Even maybe 60 years ago, 70 years ago. But, it's 22. Look at a flipping calendar, for God's sake. Get over it and move on. Let's, whatever happened to King, content of your character, not the color of your skin, but judged by the content of your character. Now they don't want to be judged by the content of your character. They want to be judged by the color of the skin. No, you don't. Nobody wants that.
And she said something ridiculous. She said, "You're white." I'm like, you do know there's some white people. They have Chechens, Bosnians, Albanians. What do you say to them, honey bun, when these people come up? Are they now the fallen angel because they're white? Like, this is ridiculous. I mean, so
hear that,
me,
Kenny?
Yeah,
it's Arab nationalism.
Unless they're Black Hebrew Israelites, then they might have a point. Okay, I got another video clip here that I want to show. This is in Spain, folks. Spain. Now look what this guy. This is broad daylight, and look what this guy is doing to this woman. This is broad daylight, Spain, Barcelona, I believe. And you got two men standing in the back and watching this. Watch what happened.
Jefe, llama a la policía.
Okay, who in the hell is filming this? It sounded like a man. And what are you doing? Get off of your ass and go help this woman. These two men over here. What in the hell are you doing? Get off of your ass and help this woman. This is enraging. She's so desperate. She allows him to pull the sweater. She pulls her sweater completely off just to get away from this prick. And we're going to sit there and allow it. Now, I know, okay, you can't prove he's Muslim. You're right. But 85% of the immigrants coming to Europe are Muslim. So there's an 85% chance that that's what he's doing. And this is what you get from people of that faith system, how they treat indigenous women. Another one. Sussex woman. That's bloody England, is it not? Let's see what this woman's doing here. Oh, this is yeah. Okay, let me replay this okay, I'm gonna pause it, come back over here, share it. Instagram, here we go.
Hey, what's it? Wait, bro.
Please go away.
Wait, bro.
It's not your business.
Yeah.
Please go away.
Twice. Please go away. My name is none of your business. Twice.
Please go away.
3 times. Please go away.
Please leave me alone.
4 times.
No.
Sorry, okay, sorry.
No.
Sorry.
You're
8.
sorry, then don't touch me.
9.
Don't touch me.
10.
I don't like being touched.
11.
My sister, yeah?
I don't like being touched, sorry.
12.
Hey.
No. Ow!
15 times she tells this guy to leave her alone, and he doesn't stop. What do you do? And what do you do in a case like that?
She had a good shot for a throat punch.
Well, that's you can try it, but the guy outweighs you by 50 pounds probably. probably much stronger.
But if you make a hit, he's going down. Either that or crack his knee.
That's if you can do that, sure. I'm just looking at I'm just looking at this from trying to look at it from a woman. How do you protect yourself against that? And the fact of the matter is you're not physically able. So that means that somebody else needs to step in and protect you from it. And just like that woman in Spain there, broad daylight, middle of the day, in the street, you got 3 men, one holding the camera, 2 in the back, and not a one of them lifts the finger to help that woman. Not one of them does. They just let it go. And people are, I don't know, people are going to get tired of trying to step up and do something about it. And when they do, it's going to get ugly. What were we saying, Ed? I'm sorry.
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay, so this is
Ja, du bist leider da.
a German woman experiencing
Lass mich in Ruhe.
multiculturalism.
Lass mich in Ruhe. Verpiss dich jetzt, habe ich gesagt.
They're bad, aren't they?
Muss man
Following,
schreien.
like. Imagine just following
Meine
people.
Fresse, wirklich. Ich möchte aber meine Ruhe haben.
He's practically begging the guy to leave her alone. And like I said, what are you? We're men, German men. Where are you? To stand up for your women. British men, Spanish men, French men. Where are you? And standing up for your women, to protect your women. This is why 1,400 girls in Rotterdam got raped, because British men did not stand up for their women. That's what men are supposed to do. I don't know from what side of the street you grew up on, what neck of the woods you come from, but I thought that was kind of like a universal rule or a universal expectation. Maybe not. It's 2025 after all. Let me see if I can get this thing. Okay, there we go.
Not like this. Not like this. I actually you can't. Come on. Don't touch me, hey.
Okay, say me.
What the fuck?
Come on.
Are you fucking crazy or what?
No crazy.
I said you don't touch me.
No crazy. أيوة وقفوا معي صعبين عندك.
Okay, notice they're speaking Arabic.
لا مش صوفية.
Go.
No.
Go out. I want.
Now, so look at this guy. This guy is a Muslim man, I'm assuming, because he's speaking Arabic to the guy. He's standing up for the girl. Where are the English men? For goodness sakes, where are you? Allowing this, this is what happens. This is what happens when you turn into a bunch of little cowards and you're afraid of being called names. Let's see here. Here's another one. Let's go with this one. This woman is yelling at a man to leave her alone, practically begging him to come on, doggone it. I got to do something different here to load these things up, because this is just too much of a pain in the butt. Here we go.
This came up for me on TikTok. And I already see the comments. She voted for this.
Why?
It's not always the case.
I don't know you, I'm sorry. What? Why do you need to know my name?
At least this girl, she has a bit of courage. She has a bit of confidence. She means business. But look. He follows her to the store then.
What do you want? Are you like waiting for me? What the fuck do you want? What?
Are you nervous?
Nervous? I'm not nervous. There's a man speaking to me and I told him not to talk to me. And now you're waiting outside when I'm in the store. You don't know me. I don't know you. Leave me alone. Are you like fucking following me?
I want to look at you.
Don't look. What the fuck is your problem? Don't do that shit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Different world, isn't it?
I don't know what to say. I don't know. You have to sit there and scream at them, insult them to get them to leave you alone. Here's a good one. This ought to make you happy. Let me move it over here.
Yeah, they're no different than the Nazis were.
Okay, let's bring it up.
Have been jailed after they kidnapped a pregnant woman from right outside her home.
Pregnant woman, kidnapped her right outside of her home.
This happened in Enfield, and the woman, who was about 6 months pregnant at the time, was just leaving her house on the morning of May 10th, 2024, to meet her personal trainer. As she was waiting for a cab, these men grabbed her and forced her into the back of a white Ford Transit van. They tied her hands with cable ties and then drove off. Inside the van, they started questioning her about her partner and even threatened her, saying things like they would harm her if she didn't comply. They even made some really disturbing threats about her pregnancy. During this whole ordeal, the kidnappers called her partner and demanded money and jewelry, threatening to cut off her fingers if he didn't meet their demands. Eventually, when the woman was left alone in the van, she managed to free herself and escape. She flagged down a taxi and got to safety at her mother's house. The Met Police's flying squad took on the case, and they quickly tracked down the van using CCTV footage. They also used DNA evidence, fingerprints, and phone data to identify the suspects. The men, identified as Audie Johnson, Ahmad Giassi, and Nicholas Mitchell, were all found guilty of conspiracy to kidnap at Kingston Crown Court after a 6-week trial. Johnson was sentenced to 5 years and 4 months, Giassi got 7 years, and Mitchell received 9 years. In her impact statement, the victim shared how this horrific experience changed her life, making her feel like she'll never be the same again, and that what was supposed to be a happy time in her life was overshadowed by this crime. Three men have been...
Okay, so that one, I don't know. I was screening these. I don't know for sure if those were Muslim men. It didn't sound like they were Muslim men by the names. So we're just going to scratch that one. Let's see here. This is one right here. Let me set this up. Of course, we got to go through this nut roll again. Sit there and fight with this doggone thing. I'm going to do something differently next time. I am not going to put up with this crap. This is just too major annoying.
You should have all your tabs ready.
I should. You're right. But then they time out, and then you got to reload them. And
guy trying to kick the door in, but this is a migrant that had not been in the UK for very long, believed to be in London, and he was trying to kick the door in because he was following a lone woman home, and when she went into her house, he was trying to get in. So this is what's coming across the channel. This type of stuff's going up in the UK, across the UK. And figures are doubling. If you look at the figures for April last year, 2,132 of these men crossed the channel. And in April this year, over 4,000 of these men have crossed the channel. This was actually captured on a Ring doorbell. But I just thought I'd share it with you for awareness. When you're out and about, lots of women go out with the dog, etc. But you need to be aware of your surroundings and what might happen.
Yeah, my question is, why do you need to be aware? And what do we do? What are we doing? Why are countries allowing these people to come in? When these people have no allegiance to your country, have no desire, I mean, they spend the majority, let's face it, the majority of these people are on welfare benefits in England. They never get a job. They were showing some statistics where the majority of them are either on welfare, have been arrested, or have been incarcerated, and it's well over 70% of them.
When you ask God to leave your country, He does. This is what happens.
That's a great point. This last one doesn't have anything to do with women being followed, but this is kind of an indicator of what is going on here in the United States of trying to, like I said, try to assert some type of dominance over Christians. And look what these jokers are doing here. They're going to a church and they're insisting on praying. So watch this.
So this is what we're doing. So we're praying at churches now. That's what we're doing, Sheikh.
Wow. They wouldn't pray at my church. I promise you that. You come and knock on the door and say, hey, can we pray in your church? No. There's a toilet over there. That'll help you out.
Astaghfirullah. Look at the brothers lining up at the church. Assalamu alaikum, brothers. So where are we, man? We at the church? Y'all pray at the church?
Is that a zabiba on his forehead there? Is that what you call them things, little marks on their foreheads?
Yeah. So they beat the head on the ground.
Y'all praying at the church? What are we doing here, man? Why have we gathered here?
You'll find
okay,
you'll find a reference to that. You'll find a reference to that in Revelation 13, verses 16, 17, and 18.
Why don't you read those for us?
Sure, I can do that. Hold on.
You make me read them. Revelation, what did you say, 13?
Revelation 13.
16.
Verses 16. And he causes all, small and the great, and the rich and the poor, and the free men and the slaves, that they be given a mark on the right hand or on their foreheads. The right hand is the finger pointing up. Allah is one. And 17, and then no man will be able to buy or sell except the one who has the mark, either the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And if you actually read the Greek letters that make up the 666, you'll find those on the clock tower in Mecca.
Well, when are you going to do a presentation on the show on this, Ed?
We have. The movies are made. Yeah, the movies are made.
But we can't show that on this channel. I mean, that's even the PG side of that thing. You can't show that.
All right, I'll see if we can't condense it down to just these parts.
Okay.
But yeah, the movies have been made.
All right, let's see. Let's just look at this guy talking trash. I'm going to convert this church into a mosque, is what he's saying. Really?
Okay, man, y'all was scaring me for a minute.
Get the khutbah, habibi. Get the khutbah. Yalla, inna alhamdulillah. Inshallah.
Hey, beginning stages.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? That's all I got to say. Are you kidding me? You're going to allow this to happen in your church? Nope. Sorry. That is, if anything is the antithesis of Christianity, it is Islam. I know a lot of people like to say, most Muslims like to say, well, we worship the same God. We're the same faith tradition. No, not. No, we're not. Not even close. Yeah. So if you come knocking on the doors of churches here in Kafiristan, we're just going to say no. Go find a mosque. Go build a mosque. Go rent a storefront, like some of the mosques do around here. Is they rent a storefront and hang out there for a little bit. And I was trying to figure out if you rent a storefront and use it as a mosque, does that place have to stay under Islamic control in perpetuity now because of this? Once that admonition, drive those out of the lands that they once drove you out, or something, however that verse goes in Islam, which justifies, removing Christians from Muslim lands, why they have to take back Spain or Andalus, whatever they call it. Really? I mean, does that have to be like a hookah bar now if the mosque isn't there anymore?
But the problem with that is before that happened, Spain belonged to the Spaniards, not the Muslims, the Christians.
Well, yeah, Spain was. Spain has been a Christian nation since its inception. I mean, it was the. As a matter of fact, it was the backbone of the Catholic Church for centuries.
Yeah. So by their own standards, it should go back to Christianity.
Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spain is. That's a lost country. There's not a lot of Christianity going on there. I want to leave you with one last thing before we depart for the evening, is the plight of the Jewish hostages in Gaza. This video was released. I'm not sure when it was released. It doesn't have a date here. It says August 2nd. So this has been about 2 weeks. And this strikes me as somebody who teaches the Holocaust, who's taught the Holocaust for I don't know how many years now. It's just so reminiscent of it, and it just sickens you to watch stuff like this.
חופר את הקבר, הקבר שמיד מבחינתי לי, כי כל יום שעובר
He says he's digging his own grave.
כל יום שעובר הגוף שלי הולך, נחלש, נראה זה יותר וחלש יותר. מבחינתי זה נראה שאני בדרך למוות שלי. חופר לעצמי את הקבר שבו אני אולי אשכב. ובאמת, כל יום שהולך ועובר, הזמן נגמר. הזמן הולך ואוזל, ורק אתם תוכלו לעצור את זה, כדי שנוכל לשכב במיטה שלי.
It is the hatred of Islam that has motivated the Hamas holes, Hezbollah, Islamic Jihad, all of those hate groups, terrorist groups to do things like this. You would think that we would have learned from history what hatred, bitter hatred towards people does. This is just a quintessential example of that history not being learned. All the examples that we showed this evening of women being harassed by immigrants. This is one of the strongest cases, I think, for re-immigration, is because they're not assimilating to the culture that they're moving into. And I'm not saying that you have to give up your own culture completely, but you do have to assimilate to the host country. If not, go back to the country that you came from. If it was so great, if it had such great laws, if it had such great opportunities for you, get the hell out, go back. Nobody asked you to come. And, you're not doing anything by doing this to women, enriching the country at all. You're nothing but a burden to it. We will be back here next Monday. I think next Monday, because next Tuesday, no. I did see on the schedule that my grandsons will be playing baseball on Tuesday evenings. I'm not sure exactly when that starts. I think it starts maybe in September. So we might have to move the show back to Mondays for a while until that gets off or gets over. So we'll be back here next Tuesday. We'll be back here next Tuesday, on the Cross discussion group. We will see you then. Thanks for coming. Ed, Isa, thank you so much for coming. Rad, if you're still watching, don't overdo those burgers. And we'll see you all next week. God bless.
Advanced student and specialist, that the standard narrative has holes. That's what
that the Muslims were rioting against one another. And as much as we don't want to face the fact, the Muslims were lying sometimes. They were fabricating, they were embellishing, and that might be hard to accept, but that is a reality.